palace made me do it. Do you remember that war cry from Meghan Markle, allegedly during her docu-series, where she claimed, of course, that she couldn't invite certain people to that spectacular wedding way back in 2018 at St. George's Chapel in Windsor? People were stunned, as we often say here on the show, that only a mother was allowed and her part of her family to sit all alone in a pew, eliciting sort of, feelings of sadness, worry, and really, why didn't Meghan have any close family or indeed friends that seemingly were close friends? Yes, there was the cast of Suits. That's a bit debatable about how close they are. People she'd never truly met, like George and Amal Clooney. Obviously a further fetch there. The likes of Robbie Williams, the Beckhams, but really, Meghan didn't have anybody that wasn't useful, that she thought, on side at said wedding. Now, of course, as we know, in that docu-series, she basically claimed that she couldn't invite certain people. And fast forward to 2023, and guess what? She's now highlighting this again. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. We'll have a wave today in the heart of a beautiful countryside. Look at the storm clouds gathering, though. Very, isn't it? It looks a bit like Hound of the Baskervilles. What do you mean I look like one of the hounds? I know we have to do this before the rain sets in. That's the problem, Oh, goodness. We're supposed to be getting global warming, aren't we? Or boiling point or whatever. I haven't seen any yet, have you? What's interesting to note as well, you see it on all the headlines and all the papers. You had a friend of mine who's holidaying in East Yorkshire, got wind, rain, everything. No sunshine though, while they're on the sands. That's the beach, in case you don't know. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. As I say, big story this, when you think about it, because, it's all about connections in Hollywood. And we keep hearing time and time again how Meghan's going to get so much money for those influencer posts that she's going to have, while, of course, she decides what she's going to promote. And what's now interesting is this particular picture. Meghan's mother alongside Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner is one of the most successful reality TV managers really ever, one might say. But not everything she touches turns to gold. I work for Fox, as many people know, and they spent a fortune on her chat show, Kris. It didn't even last the series. It was an absolute spectacular failure. So whatever thing they touch doesn't necessarily turn to gold. And of course, Kim Kardashian, well, she tried her very best way back in 2018 to get herself invited to said royal wedding, even placing herself alongside that very pert posterior of hers over here in London, and literally was trying every single day getting herself noticed in the press. Didn't happen, no invite. Apparently, the palace didn't like this particular picture. You know the one? That one, yes. Now, what's interesting, according to a very well-placed source, as now Meghan is launching herself into an influencer world, a lifestyle vlog reminiscent of Goop. She's looking at people who are very successful. Her team have managed to get her positioned alongside, mother at least, the Kardashian clan. Now, I don't knock Kim Kardashian. She's a very successful person. Started off not necessarily in the right way, but has really, really made a mega successful business, literally selling every facet, coffin spit of her life. This is her life, simple as that. What's interesting to note as well over here is the fact that Meghan's mother, Doria, is now something of a celebrity, so much so that Kris Jenner, who's also a client of the brand new team looking after Meghan, wanted, of course, to be pictured with her. Why would you want to be pictured with such an nonentity? I don't really understand it. Of course, it's business and it's further fetch. But according to that well-placed source, the reason why, of course, Kris, alongside Kim and the other Kardashian sisters, simply couldn't attend that infamous royal wedding was that the palace made her do it. Now, it's a mantra that we're going to get seen repeated many times. And as we know, as Meghan only had her mother sat there on that now infamous wedding day, alongside another cousin friend who couldn't attend because the palace disinvited her, you have to say, which side of the coin do you believe? Kim's a savvy girl. She'll know the truth. I've met her. But of course, in this business, it's all about making business. As ever, I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of the English countryside.